Welcome to PopTake, your hot takes on music, pop culture, and life. I'm Hugo Philippe,
And I'm Michael Mello.
and today we have got some great music releases, but I think the special thing today is we have a special guest on the
We have
podcast.
pop music icon
Mhm.
Ralph on the podcast today. She's going to talk about her
Canadian
new
icon.
music, her
Mhm.
upcoming album,
Mhm.
and this episode is just very gay. We've
It's
had
it's very
a
gay.
lot of
Also, like I feel like most people might not know who Ralph is. Like she's so Canadian for us. Like,
yeah.
but also like she was on Drag Race. So like if you're a gay that watches Drag Race, like you'll know who Ralph is.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we'll get into that, and then we watched some stuff this week. So we'll get into Masters of the Universe. We were there at
Which
the
also was
screening,
very gay.
which also was very gay.
Yeah. I mean, He-Man's always been very gay. Coda and She-Ra.
Mhm.
We got new music from Taylor and Tinashe, which the
Mhm.
gays love or hate, depending on which side of the coin you land on.
All
But
right. Well,
let's get to it.
why don't you hit us off with
I
Taylor
feel like I'm
Swift?
always starting, so
Okay,
actually
fine.
you should
That's fine.
start because then you can be the thumbnail.
Okay, fine. I want to talk about the new Tinashe single, Too Easy, because I think like this is going to be a song of the summer. Tinashe, her lead singles are always like Tinashe songs. I feel like now she's like really made a name for herself with like the last record, but I I love it. I don't know.
Mhm.
I feel like this feels like a very generic response, but like it's a quick it's 2 minutes long, and you know I hate songs under 2 minutes. It's like a minute 58 something, in a minute 50 something. I hate that. But banger. Fun music for the club. Tinashe always serves. I'm happy she's back. We have not gotten any songs of the summer other than Slater, which people don't agree with me on, and Flow, which dropped the ball. I'm sorry. They dropped a new
They
song
did,
today,
because
but it
why
was
would you
like,
drop a slow song for
I don't
summer?
know. I don't know what's going on, girls.
They
And
started
like
so strong
they
with Leak
started
It.
so strong, and I'm like upset. I'm mad. Like this is Tyra Banks. Like we were all rooting for you. Like I'm
Yeah,
angry. Like that's
yeah,
my
I agree with
take right
that.
now. I think they've now just done like the third or fourth maybe performance of Leak It. Like it took so long to get performances.
Mhm.
They did one on release day, and that was it. Anyways, I'm upset. I'm upset for my girls because they had it. They had it in the bag. The cat was in the bag, and they let it out. Now let's talk about your girl,
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift dropped a song for Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, but I have some shocking news.
Okay.
I've never seen any of the Toy Stories.
I'm actually so surprised at this piece of information. That's
I
crazy.
know, and I know people are gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah,
and it's
that
literally
seems like
'cause
off-brand.
I know, and I have to watch. Like, it's one of those things where it's on my notes. Where it's like you should really watch these. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's because as a kid, my godfather gifted me Bugs Life on VHS, and it was
Okay.
the first 3D animated movie I saw.
For people that
And-
don't know what VHSs are, so before streaming there was DVDs, and
Whatever.
before
Don't
DVDs
age
there were
us.
VHSs.
Anyways, I fucking hated Bugs Life because there was like this scary. I don't know if he was like a cricket or a moth or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, this. I didn't like it. And then Toy Story came right after that, I think.
Okay.
And I just was like so against 3D animated films. And then the thing that got
Sounds
me
like a
out of it
trauma.
was Finding Nemo.
Okay.
But then I
okay.
just never came back. But I love the song "You've Got a Friend in Me," and the Taylor Swift song kind of gives me that vibe. Like
Mhm.
I get that it fits this world, so I think it's a cute song. But I do have to buckle down and actually watch Toy Story.
Yeah, I saw some notes online, people saying it kind of sounds like from the perspective of like Jessie or something like
Yeah.
that. I can't even like picture piece it together because it's been so long since I've watched Toy Story. But like, I think as a song itself, it's kind of mid. Like, I just feel like it's like a standard Taylor Swift song. It's an okay movie song. It's not gonna break records. I saw people
I
talking
think
about
it's
her
gonna.
getting.
I think she's trying to get that Oscar.
I know. I saw people saying she's trying to get that Oscar, and I don't necessarily think it's an Oscar-worthy song. But Taylor Swift fans are Taylor Swift fans, and we know it will break records regardless. So we will see if she gets that Oscar.
I'll say, like, again, I've never seen Toy Story, but I do think sometimes a movie will elevate a song, right? Because also thinking of Golden,
Mm-hmm.
I liked Golden because I watched the movie.
Right.
But the first time someone played like the Soda Pop song,
Right.
I was
You
like,
were like,
this
what
isn't
is
for me.
happening?
Yeah. And then I watched the movie and I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah,
So I think sometimes
I think that could
it can
happen.
shift.
I just need Diane Warren to win. So another year where that's not gonna
Actually, no, I
happen.
kind of would love Taylor Swift to take it for Diane Warren one more time. So.
Ugh, my poor girl. She's a Juno-nominated Canadian artist, dance pop artist, singer-songwriter with over 70 million streams, having toured with Carly Rae Jepsen, Rev, Ali X, Charlotte Cardin, and many more. And she's entering her new era. We have Ralph.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Excited to be here in this gorgeous space.
Thank you. We're excited to have you on the podcast. We haven't had like a pop girly in a minute.
In a
I'm
Really?
like
minute.
really excited.
We had
yeah.
Alyssa Reed in the
We had Alyssa
summer,
Reed in
but
the
like
summer,
it's been
but, like,
almost we've been needing another pop girly in the space.
The PopTake
Mhm.
needs
Yeah.
some pop
Yeah,
music.
you tell me. I feel
Mhm.
like you're like the stage in the studio right now. You're bringing it. And
Please.
quite
I'm
frankly,
ready.
your new single, physical fan page, Love Nouveau.
Nouveau.
Oh my
Love
god.
Nouveau.
Guys, he
I
practiced this for
practiced.
so long.
This is why
Literally.
once
The
French was
fear in your
not
eyes.
Yeah, this is how you know it's live.
once
okay?
French was not like mandatory, I tapped out. Anyways,
Yeah.
Love Nouveau.
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 There we go. Good job.
Featuring Rev. It's a banger. It comes out
Mhm.
June 10th. I'm a lyrics guy, so my favorite lyric was Juliet doesn't need a Romeo.
Yeah.
I think that was really fun. But the production is insane on this song. But I also know that there is like a For the Club version coming as well.
There is.
Mhm.
Walk us through it, and why was this the best song to drop for Pride Month?
I love, obviously we needed a song to drop for Pride that felt like it had like a cunty, confident energy. Like I was like, I need to give people something to listen to while they're getting ready to go out, or like after. In my mind, it's either like the getting ready song or like the AP song, kind of. You know what I mean? Like there's an energy about it that's kind of this like excited anticipation. That's what
Right,
it feels
right.
like to me. So yeah, I was like, we have to give them something that feels like confident and like courageous and powerful, because that's how I want everyone to feel during
Yeah.
Pride, including myself. And I was like, also like, I want to perform this song,
Right.
you know, at Pride and all the different Pride festivals that I'm playing this summer. And then also getting Rev on it was like
Yeah.
such a dream,
Iconic.
because, you know, we met touring together and then became really good friends. And I think she's such an amazing vocalist, songwriter, performer. Like she really truly is, and the kindest person you'll ever meet. So collabing with a friend who's also like extremely talented is just like a dream.
Yeah. I also love what you said about like the getting ready, because when I first listened to it, all I could see was like, I feel like I'm in a movie and the main character is getting ready to like go out with her friends, like really pull up and like getting ready in the mirror. And
Yes.
I feel that. Like I think once this officially drops, it's gonna be on my playlist of like, we're getting ready, we're gonna
Yes.
show the boys what's up.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
But also you named your album after this song.
Mhm.
So clearly this song has a very special place in your heart.
It does. I think like it's funny. Love Nouveau is a line from Physical Fan Page, and I wrote Physical Fan Page 2 years ago, and then it kind of continued to evolve. Like I wrote the idea in LA with a couple of my friends, and I'd had Physical Fan Page written in my notes app on my phone for years, and I knew it was a phrase I liked, and I just wasn't sure how to use it yet. But I knew it was a phrase I liked for me, largely in relation to my parents, because I was like, my dad is, we always joke, he's like the head of my fan club. Like I'm literally
love
the
that.
background on his phone, and I have 2 brothers.
So we know who the favorite is.
So, and I wanted to write this song that's about like the people who are your physical fan pages, the people who always show up for you, they always advocate for you, they're always in the front row. If you're ever feeling nervous or tired or unsupported, you're like, I know you're going to be here. And so, you know, for me, that's largely my parents, but it extends past that into, you know, your chosen family, your best friends, your partner. And anyway, so it was a song idea I'd had, and then it wrote itself in LA, and then I took it back to Toronto, and it continued to evolve. And then my producer was like, we kept joking about banjo, because in the studio in Toronto, there was a banjo behind Mike Tompa, my producer, and we kept like joking and being like, when do we throw the banjo on the pop album? And then as we were writing Physical Fan Page, because my parents are hippies and my dad used to sing me James Taylor songs as a lullaby, it had this like, I don't know, part of it was rooted in this like love of folk music and where I came from. And so we were like, well, let's throw the banjo on. And then it kind of worked. And anyway, so Love Nouveau was a line in Physical Fan Page. And then we were kind of joking around, because I think at the end of Physical Fan Page, we were like, what if we made the ending like crazy? Like, what if we just like made it this like hyper dance pop moment? And then we were like, kind of did it as a joke. And then we were like, wait, it's actually like so cool to transition out of like emotional kind of like atmospheric banjo song into this like, and to just like transition in a way that there's no stopping. It's just, it feels
No,
like
it feels so organic. The
you
way that it
blinked and
just,
it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoa, I'm in a different world, but it still makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so we were trying to find the thread to be like, okay, how do we make this transition make sense? And we were like, love Nouveau. This phrase feels like it could be really loving and quiet and soft, but it could also, you can flip it and kind of make it into this like big, confident, cunty, powerful kind of gay expression. And so it became this like whole other song that was supposed to be an interlude at first.
Right.
And then we were like, wait, this is so cool. It has to be its
Yeah.
own song. And we grew to love it so much. And we kept like making it bigger and better. And then we got Rev on it. And actually Guillaume, my manager, was the one who was like, because we were thinking about names for the album. And Guillaume was like, Love Nouveau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, and we were talking about how like the whole album, all the songs are, if you think about an overarching theme, which wasn't what I was doing while I was writing it.
Right.
Sorry, also like the question you asked was like 8 million years
No,
ago,
no,
and now
no,
I've
girl,
taken
that's
it.
just like- that's how this works.
People hear us
Yeah.
way too much, so
No, we'd rather
no,
that than
keep
someone be
going.
like, yeah, the album's good.
Yeah.
Period.
Next. No.
Yeah.
When I was kind of thinking about like, okay, what is there an overarching theme to the album? It's kind of, to me, it's about like, as you get older and you continue to experience love in different facets and different ways, that's kind of what each song is about. Like Physical Fan Page is about learning to love your parents in this different ways you get older, where you almost feel like, I don't know, like when I see like a video of my dad like dancing on Instagram, like at a party and just letting loose, like there's a part of me that's like, like I feel this sort of parental love where I'm like, oh, I just want you to be happy. You know what I mean? And like you start like making time for them and really valuing saying I love you. And so like that to me is a different kind of love. It's this nouveau love, and being in a queer relationship for me that feels like I can confidently talk about a future with this person. That's new, because I was dating shitty skateboarders who were afraid of like, you know,
Any commitment,
seeing each, like being seen in public together. So yeah, it's like all these sort of like, as you get older and you like know yourself more and you are more self-reflexive and emotionally sound, it's like kind of, being able to like look at the like prism of what love is and seeing all these different kind of like facets of what it means to you.
Yeah. I was going to say, we talked about this on the podcast a couple weeks ago, but we love when an album cover is a statement. And like we were joking that like just a pretty photo of your face is not an album cover. And we've been seeing that a lot recently. But I love your album cover. It is so complex. It's so fun. It kind of reminded me of like Demi Lovato's It's Not That Deep. It's like playful. You really delivered on the concept, but also, which you touched on, like the album title is also like, yes, that is an album title. You know what I mean? So tell us the meaning behind the imagery of the album.
So I obviously like love fashion and I love creating visuals and I love creative directing. It's such a fun part of being a musician, and not everyone, I think, is naturally drawn to that side of it, but it's something that I love to do. But I agree. Like I was like, every EP and album cover I've ever done is me in studio, kind of like giving a face, you know? And I was like, that's just not what this album is. The whole kind of like goal with the aesthetics behind the album has been largely inspired by film and cinematic images. We kept kind of talking about how like we wanted the album to feel like an A24 film.
Oh.
You're speaking my language.
Really, because me and Guillaume are both like film nerds, and we were like, you know, A24 is putting out all these amazing films that are like really like sleek and well executed and well done. But then there's these weird twists and turns, and that's what we wanted the album to feel like. Polished, but then there's these like unexpected twists and turns. So we wanted the visuals to reflect this interest in film. I went to school for film theory at U of T, so like I really love cinema, and incorporating that into music is so fun. So we were kind of doing that for like the Tom Hanks visual, like the window picture.
Yeah, all the artworks so far have been like literally screenshots from films. Like
that's what we wanted it to feel like.
Like they're beautiful.
Yeah. So when I was like thinking about, oh my God, like the album cover, like that's such, to me, that is a big part of it. That's not just like a quickly let's throw together a shoot.
No,
I was like,
that stays, you know?
and it to me is like so it tells the story
Yep.
of the
Yes.
album. So I was like, okay, I want it to be, I don't want it to just be me.
Right.
I don't want it to be in studio, which already is complicated, especially when you're like self-financing or an indie
Right.
artist. But luckily, I have lots of people in my life who love and support me. And I was like, cool, who can I cast
Right.
to be in this shot? And I want, you know, age diversity, body diversity. I want diversity, and I want it to be in a cool place.
Right.
So me and my friend Shanti went scouting, and we just like ended up finding weird, cool places. And I'm very persistent. So like if I find something and I'm like, can I make this work? Like I'll
Right.
kind of push until it
Okay.
works.
Right.
And yeah, I casted a crew of people that I know and love. And my friend Renee, who has directed a lot of my previous stuff, the Tommy video, the Love Potion video, she worked on a lot of my visuals. She is just always like down to clown. Like if I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, here's an idea. We get a bunch of people in a shot, and it's like also trying to figure out how to frame like
Right.
that.
Because you're
also there's like,
perfectly.
and we have a kid who's like, how old is he? 7, who's like our, you know, like our
Mhm.
front man.
Right,
And like,
right.
Yeah.
that was crazy. Just like having a kid there.
Yeah.
Like, so I am really happy. We got so many cool shots. We also gave him a bubble gun. So there's like all these shots with bubbles in them.
Okay, yeah.
Cute.
And which were a bit too chaotic, but yeah, I love it. I think it to me it tells the story.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Each character is specifically chosen to almost like metaphorically represent a song or
Like a different aspect of.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
everything is intentional, and I want it to feel like editorial, but like a little chaotic at the same time.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I mean, you've sort of nailed the next part that I want to talk about, which is just because you've been releasing music now for like over 10 years
Mhm.
consistently, by the way. Like, I don't think there's been a year where you have not put something out, which,
I think that's true.
yeah, I double checked. I double
Okay,
checked. But no,
okay,
like
fact
she's
check.
been on her grind.
Mhm.
And so, what sort of made this project different? Because I feel like you have really honed in on the sound, the visuals. Like, it feels so dialed in, like every single aspect. What sort of changed when putting this together?
I mean, I think that this has been like maybe the longest I've taken to like write an album, and there have
Right.
been so many demos that have been written for this album that we were like, oh, that's cool, maybe that's gonna be it. But then
Right.
I just think we were like really intentional. Like
Right.
there's been a lot of thought and precision put into what we want this album to sound like,
Mhm.
what we want to say with every song. Also, for me, it was really important to collaborate with new people on this album. I love everyone I've collaborated with in the past, but I was like, I need to find more female and queer producers and
Mhm.
songwriters.
Mhm.
And I just like, there are so many that exist in Canada, in
Right.
North America, in LA. And I was like, I want to write an album that feels very queer and very joyful. And I want to have fun in the studio. Like, I want to feel safe. I want to talk about anything.
Mhm.
And I just really wanted to emphasize finding those people. So that also took a little longer, and it also meant like starting new relationships with people, which sometimes, you know, you have to do a couple sessions
Yeah,
until you
yeah.
get to the gold.
Yeah.
But I think that, yeah, it's just been very intentional, and me and my team, like working with Guillaume, my manager, who has an A&R background and is like the hugest pop nerd I know. Like
We love that.
we're not just going like, that song's okay,
Yeah,
let's throw it
yeah.
on the album. If
Right.
it's not amazing, then we're either going to try to work with our
Work
producer
it,
to
yeah.
make it
Mhm.
amazing, or we're going to be like, you know what, we can actually do better. So
Back
scratch
to
that
the-
one,
Yeah.
and let's get back in the studio.
I love that you said that though, because Zara Larson mentioned it as well in an interview where she's like, for this past album of hers, she's like, I wanted all females, like I wanted to be around
Yeah.
queer people, like I
Mhm.
wanted people that I could really gel with.
Mhm.
And it's been noted as like her best work. And I think when you put yourself in a room with people that really understand your language, that's when the
Mhm.
best pieces come out. And I think it shows in your recent singles.
100%, because it's like when you wear an outfit that you feel good in,
Mhm.
you exude good energy. You
Right.
exude confidence. People pick up on it. It's the same thing with music. If you didn't have a good time in that session, or if the producer kind of made all the decisions and the song doesn't really mean
Right.
anything to you,
Mm.
like even in the way that, you know, you'd speak about it in interviews, like you just don't have as much, I don't know, like
Mm.
it doesn't feel as, there's not a heart
There's like
connection.
that fire, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
get it. And also, like, gay people have higher standards for everything. So
Yes.
I'm
Right.
gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. I feel like having queer people in the room, they're like, we can make this better instead of just like,
Yes.
how many, like, I hear songs all the time where I'm like, you guys wrote this once and you're like, okay. Like, not a single person actually listened to this and was like, this line could need some workshopping. So I feel like everything you've released so far, like 10 out of 10. Like, there's been
Thank you.
no skips. If you haven't listened to this stuff, listen to it so far because we know the album's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I did want to touch on, since you said you are a film girly, if you could choose a film that represents your first album, A Good Girl, which one would you choose? And then what film would you represent this album with?
That is such a good question.
Thank you. I
don't
just thought of it on the fly.
I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what era of film I would pick. Like, there's a part of me that's like, I think with Ralph, the first EP, I don't know, like a 90s feel good, or maybe or maybe an early 2000s, like quirky indie.
Yeah.
My favorite genre of film, or like, oh God, my favorite, that's impossible. But a genre of films that I very much enjoy are coming of age films that don't have a perfect ending. Like The Worst Person in the World, that Norwegian film. There's also a movie that I'm obsessed with called Cha Cha Real Smooth. And it's like this genre where like people fall in love and they get their heart broken, and like the ending isn't kind of perfect, tied up with a bow. It's actually more, I'm a realist. Like I enjoy being realistic, and I like when films make me cry because I'm like, yeah, it's hard being alive, you know? Like, you get your heart broken, you fall in love. You fall in love with someone who doesn't love you back. Like, and so there's a part of me that thinks that maybe, I don't know if it would be this album also. Like, I feel like this album feels like that too, you know? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I have to circle back on that one because that's an important question, and I actually want to deliver the right answer.
All right, we'll have you back, and then you got to be ready.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like it's an A24 film at this point.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be.
Because I see like what you're, and even those examples you gave, like Worst Person in the World, like they're so not A24 coded, but it's still that same idea of like,
and it's shot beautifully. You know, every still is like a Pinterest picture, you know, but it also feels like beautiful and sort of heartbreaking, but you're also like, yeah, I get it. Like, I feel that, you know? That movie I loved that movie so much.
Do you have a favorite A24 film?
This isn't my favorite, but I really liked Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Okay, good. But again, that ending.
Yes, exactly. And I just thought it was like a bunch of like, I don't know, interesting characters with a good style, and there was like twists and turns, and it was shot well, and I love playing with like horror as a genre. And
love that.
I think that like, I feel like there's so many also like even like things that are coming out that I'm also like intrigued and interested to see, you know. But I really I'm gonna go through my like A24 kind of list and be like, what is the one? It's gonna be hard. What's the one?
I literally like, if I see A24 produce it, I don't have to ask questions. I'm like, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Like, I went to watch Friendship, even though, have you seen Friendship?
No.
Oh my God, insane.
Okay.
But it was like A24, sign me up.
Yeah. You just know, it's crazy. It's like, you know what you're gonna get, but you do not know what you're gonna get.
It's like, know? But it's still that curated experience, which I feel we are getting here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I also want to go back and talk about, this might not be your favorite, but flashbacks and fantasies for a minute. Because I know you're not the biggest fan, and I think that's why I want to talk about it, because we've had this discussion so much on the podcast about when artists don't connect with work anymore, and then they remove it from streaming, or they get rid of it, and they sort of just like it's not a part of that anymore. Yeah. And as fans, like sometimes we're like, we miss that, because like we also still have like nostalgic, you know, memories to those songs and those things. And I think this is an album where like, I know that you don't connect with it as much anymore, but I loved back then. I don't know if I connect with it as much now, but I am also not the artist that kept it up or didn't take it down.
I have to literally, because in my mind, A Good Girl and Flashbacks and Fantasies, like, there's a lot of songs on both of those albums that I still perform to this day. Right. And I have such a hard time remembering
which one is which.
The differentiation.
Catalog. This is a full
Um,
catalog of
So
work.
let's like out of curiosity, I'm like, okay, cool. Like I actually want to see
What is on there?
what's on Flashback. I mean, I know the image
Right.
very well.
That's
Glossy, glittery.
I think
shimmery,
ponytail.
extensions.
Mhm.
Totally, that was my extensions era.
Yeah.
And like,
And it was an
But
era.
see, you guys can't see this, but she has to scroll through so much to get to this.
Yeah.
Like she's been putting in the work.
okay, yeah, 2019. Whoa, okay, 2019 was also like one of my favorite years. Things were going like 2019 was so fun. It was kind of when things were like really all coming together. I got nominated for the Juno. I was on tour with Carly Rae.
Right.
I had a ponytail. Like things were going really well. So
Life
it was
was
a
good.
really fun year.
Yeah.
And I do remember writing a lot of these songs with friends. It like, you know, it's funny, like No Muss, No Fuss.
Right.
You didn't ask, but we're actually just gonna kind of quickly go through
Let's go through it.
Right.
Yeah.
No Muss, No Fuss. Wrote it with a friend of mine, Allie, and shot the music video in LA with my best friend on like a little camera, and we just like literally rolled. She made me buy rollerblades and don't know how to rollerblade. She made me like rollerblade down a hill. There's a reason that doesn't exist in the video. I like fell immediately.
I was like,
I'm done.
this is brand new information.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so fun. It was just like just easy, just like making art with friends. So and Gravity, love, like to this day, still perform it every set. It's a banger. We love Gravity. It was my radio song. It got me nominated for a Juno. It really changed the trajectory of my career. Unfortunately, I never got to go to the Junos because it was COVID. So got nominated and then watched on my computer. So
Well,
we don't talk about that year.
You'll collect your win on an actual stage.
Yeah.
let me tell you,
that's
I've been
With this album, for
I've been
sure.
kind of, you know, thinking about my speech, my outfit.
As you should.
I also say, like, as much as I'd love to win a Juno, of course, who wouldn't? I just really want to go and like walk the red carpet and like wear an outfit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be nominated, and I don't. And like, winning would be great, but I also am just like, nominate me.
yeah. It will happen again.
Last time, also kind of a fun song. I actually like that song a lot. I remember wrote it with my friend Jack. Headphone Season. I remember performing that at the Mod Club when I had this big show at the Mod Club, like in 2019, and I had pink hair. And I remember Leandra and Kylie from the Beaches, who are old friends of mine, came on stage and sang Headphone Season with me, which was very fun.
We should pull that footage. That
it
looks like it would be
exists.
a vibe.
Yeah. And I like the messaging behind Headphone Season. It's basically like about when guys in the street tell women to smile. And it's like, I don't want to smile. Like, as if you just get to tell me. Like, so that's what the whole song is about. It's kind of like a defiant, cute, like, because this album's very like, pop.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
sweet.
it's
It's pop. It's pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
And so it's like a pop way of kind of being like, fuck you, you know, but it's like, I'm pop. Looking for You, also cute, did a video for that. We thought that one would be like, I think we thought that one would be like a big anthemic, like radio banger. And it wasn't, but it was really fun to perform because we'd get the audience to like do a little like call and answer thing, which made me feel like I was, you know, like Zara Larsson on stage at like, you know, the Molten Amphitheater, like being
Doing
like,
the
okay,
thing.
everybody,
Your
we're gonna do
turn.
it. Yes. And then Sunday Girl. Sunday Girl was, I don't know if I've ever met anybody who's like, that's my favorite song.
Okay.
And anyone watching this, if Sunday Girl is your favorite song, literally
You should
would
reach
love
out-
to
let-
know.
yeah, let her know.
Let her know.
Because it's I like the song. It was almost like us like doing a little bit of like a Ralph like R&B, subtle R&B moment, because I listened to a lot of R&B and I grew up listening to hip hop with my older brother, and so it's very like, it's very me. I like the song still. I just I think people were kind of like skip. I don't know. It just didn't really do much.
I was gonna say we're gonna play 2 different games after this, so for people to check out where we're gonna deep dive into some of your songs. So I'm very excited for us to go into that. I think we talked about this actually on our podcast as well. But I have a very niche Ralph favorite song, which is
Oh my
Weather.
God.
I love Weather. And like June,
That is
July,
not niche. I hate to break it to you.
I'm
so sorry.
I love
Because
that.
I play it at like Pre's and people are like, "What is this bop?" And I'm like, "It's Weather by Ralph."
At every show, there's like 5 gays who yell, "Play Weather!" And it is
And they would be
always on my set
correct.
list. It's
'Kay,
always on my
good.
set list if I have like an hour set.
Okay.
Weather will always be there because
Good.
people love it. And randomly, Something More is one that
Oh,
people
I like that.
really love. My
Yeah.
little brother, it's his favorite Ralph
He's got
song.
taste.
And I'm
He's got
like,
taste.
he's like, I just really relate to the lyrics. I'm like, okay, that's so random.
It's a good one. You're performing Toronto Pride, Halifax Pride, Montreal Pride.
Mhm.
You're booked and busy. We also saw you at the Devil Wears Prada 2 premiere, killing it
Mhm.
there.
I loved my outfit. I will
Oh,
say.
you were
I felt
so outfits.
True, there was an
plural.
outfit.
She did a change.
And I wore a couture clown hat. So.
It was crazy. I actually was like sitting there with my little stupid ass suit and I was like, damn, I should have showed up.
You're
If they-
underdressed.
I was underdressed. I thought a red suit would do enough, but no.
You looked
You
great.
just
Are you
devil
Well,
kidding?
thank you, but you were great. It was incredible. It's Pride Month. We're gay. Everyone
Mhm.
listening is probably gay or gay adjacent. Why do you love performing at Pride events? Like, what does the audience bring for you there?
Like since the beginning of Ralph,
Mhm.
my audience has been primarily gay.
Mm.
And my parents have asked me like, what's the connection between like pop singers and the gay audience? And I was like, I don't exactly know the science, but I think it has something to do about joy.
Mhm.
And like pop music is, I don't know, undeniably sort of like joyful.
Yeah.
And I think there's like this sense of like, yeah, queer joy. Like I just feel and like also like pop singers bring like fashion and sort of like glam and like obviously that is attractive to like the queer audience largely too. And I don't know, since day one of Ralph, my audience, even when I played in Edmonton, if anyone from the Edmonton show is watching this, you'll know this. I played in Edmonton in like 2016 when I had like 3 songs out. I
Okay.
had an audience of maybe 12. And to
geez.
this day, those 12 people are at every Ralph show. Sometimes they'll fly to different places. They're like family. Like
Yeah,
if they're in a
right.
merch line, I'm like, Barb, get up here, girl.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's the same thing with like I just feel like at every Ralph show, there's always been like the first 3 rows are like gay, usually like gay men with like the Ralph merch,
Mhm.
the glitter, like they just like show up and I never get like heckled. No one's ever like, yikes, like or like
Right.
hate this song. It's just like support.
Good.
Just
Mhm.
literally support. And I don't know, like to me, like even before I came out, I was like, these are my people. Like
Mhm.
this is my community. These are the people who will, even if the song doesn't hit, they'll still be like, oh my God, we love it. We're
Mhm,
streaming
right.
it. We're sending it to our
Mhm.
friends.
Yeah.
And like if I ever have a show and I'm like, okay, we need to sell some more tickets. Like I just know
Ask the gays.
I'm just like, I just know you will like fight for me
Mhm.
and you will support me the best that you can. And I think that is like so special to have that built in as an artist. And I will always do whatever I can to like
Yeah.
shout out like how much I appreciate and love and adore and need the queer community. Always
Yeah.
have, always
Well,
will.
we were also just joking before the cameras were rolling that the gays are always telling people to buy tickets for
Where-
something,
Mhm.
right?
Yes,
So, like,
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly.
if you need tickets sold, the gays are where to
Yes,
go.
yes.
Yeah,
And we're
yeah.
one step ahead because like the gays, I feel like the connection with pop music is just like I feel like music and going out and dancing is such a release for queer
Yes.
people and just like
And
walking out
creates
the world.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for us, we're like, these are the women that are giving us that. You know what I mean? And like we need to prop them up. And I think especially here in Canada, because we do not have a lot of great female pop stars that like actually are here. You
And
know
I
what
think
mean?
like aren't like Celine Dion or Shania Twain, like
Mhm,
people
mhm.
who are actively still
Yeah.
performing in a capacity
Yeah.
that you could
Right.
go, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we've had some like pop girlies that I feel like create such good music, and I love that they're like Toronto core. Like I think
Mhm.
you, Rev, I think Alyssa Reed, I think
Yep.
Victoria Duffield. I mean,
Mm.
she hasn't music anymore, but there's been like pop girlies that have just given such Canadian gay moments for us that like when you talk to friends in the States and you introduce them to that music, they're like, oh, like
I
that's
think-
so
yeah.
crazy that you have Canadian pop stars
Mhm.
because to them, their pop stars are usually like universal, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like I take that role seriously because I'm like, okay, you're gonna come to a Ralph show.
Mhm.
I want to give you a show.
Yes.
That's why I take like I never wear the same outfit twice on stage. I am always trying to make things and make it an experience. And like if I can have, you know, set deck on stage or
Right.
dancers, or when I went on tour in 2022, in every city I went to in Canada, I would find a drag performer to come up on stage during Gravity and come dance with me. And so it's just about creating the experience, you know?
Mhm. All right, now it's time for us to play Hot Take or Flop Take. We're gonna name some things that might be controversial topics, and you're gonna express if it's a hot take or a flop take. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, first one. Women make better music than men. hot take or flop take?
Hot take.
I think it's a hot
Yeah,
take
it's
as well.
100%.
Sorry.
I
I would be
can't
shocked.
think of any man that I'm like.
Look
you
at your
make-
playlist right now.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Like-
literally all my Spotify Wrapped is always women. Maybe Shawn Mendes might creep in there,
Ugh.
but it's like because
love
I'm
Shawnee.
Canadian, you know.
And like I don't know, for me it's like Neil Young. It's like classic
Right.
men are on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Harry
you know?
Styles is in there, you know.
Mm.
But they give us like they're like you're with the girls,
Yeah.
I'm not
you
listening
know.
to like Benson Boone. Do you know what I mean? Like
You know
it's
what?
just
He's
I'm
back
not.
fucked a few times
Yeah.
for me. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie. He's
Okay.
in there sometimes, but like, could I name his albums? No.
I think this is a vibe check question because if anyone ever answers yes to this, I think we're done.
You're
yeah.
like camera
Me-
off.
No.
For me personally,
No,
cut the cameras.
Like, yes,
Get out.
are there men making good music? Yeah,
Yeah.
but when you compare it to women, I think, and that's also my other hot take. I want more women performing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I feel like they
Yeah.
put on a good show.
I mean, Bad Bunny did.
Bad
kill
Bunny
it.
did
Bad
great.
Bunny
Right.
did kill
But he's
it.
an ally. So
He's
I
an
feel
ally,
Like,
yeah.
Like there's a
Totally.
There's a you
And there was
know?
a really important political take that was
Yes.
in there,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, you know what,
Mhm.
get it.
Yeah,
I
but
watched it in LA
and he
and
was
people
like
were, like,
actually
crying.
dancing. He was doing things like I feel like that's what I mean. Like
Yes.
you got to perform. Where like sometimes, like I know the girlies, they throw it out on the stage. Sometimes,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna say which artist, but they'll just come on stage and press a video and sing a karaoke song.
Whoa.
That's a hot take for me.
No,
That's a
but-
hot take.
No idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody do that. Artists shouldn't be allowed to delete releases off of streaming. Hot take or flop take?
Flop take. Artists can do whatever they want.
Mhm.
Or sorry, no. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flop
you're
take.
right.
Okay. Yeah.
Bad take.
It's like
Okay.
a double negative. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I think it's a hot take only because I think if
He's been
people,
personally victimized. by
I've been
this.
personally victimized by an artist from this, and I'm just like, then just make an alias
I see.
and put it on a different Spotify
Mhm.
profile or whatever, just so people can still listen. And then also, you're still making money.
Yeah, I want to give
Yeah.
you the streams. I
Yeah,
think
Yeah.
like
that's
you don't
my
have to
thing.
perform it. I totally agree. It's like
Yeah.
I know
Mhm.
there's also some artists they release a song like this one's too personal for me. Like I'll
Yeah,
never
yeah.
perform this
Yeah,
live, and I
yeah.
totally respect that.
Yeah.
I think it's more like if you already put it out there and people love it,
Mhm.
just like put it on a different profile so people can still stream it, make some extra coin. That's
I
my
get
take.
it. I get it.
Yeah, that's valid.
What's yours?
Yeah.
I think that I mean like once it's out, it's out. I think that's
Mhm.
I think that's the thing with the internet for me. It's like
Mm.
obviously people can delete stuff, but like
Mhm.
it's gonna live
Mhm,
somewhere.
mhm, mhm.
So
Totally.
I think make that coin because if someone's gonna stream it at that point, that's
I just
mine.
I like the idea of like artists never being, I don't know, boxed into like a deal or something. Like I
Right,
like
right,
the idea
right.
of like
Being
artists being able to own
Right,
whatever they
right,
make.
right, right.
Yeah.
And I get
It's
that.
their in my mind. I'm like that is theirs. Like
Mhm.
when Joni Mitchell like deleted her entire catalog off of Spotify, I was
Mm.
devastated. But I was also like, Joni can do
Yeah,
what
do what
Joni
you
wants
want.
to
Yeah,
do.
okay,
You know.
That's true.
I think that
Yeah.
it's like such a different thing in this world of streaming. You know what I mean? Because if I bought a CD, like I have that CD and like,
Yeah.
it's mine.
Yeah.
You might not
true.
like it anymore. You might like deals might change. It's a new whatever,
Yeah.
but then I still have that. But like I think Kelly Clarkson, like in Canada, we didn't have My December for like the longest time on streaming because there was like streaming rights.
Was that devastating for you?
That was devastating for me.
I saw
100%.
a flicker of pain in
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
I was. Yeah, I need my heartbreak pop. So
hmm
that was a very sad moment.
Yeah. I mean, on that, this is a different thing, but like even there's certain places in the world that will get songs, but we don't get. Like,
Yes.
and this is
Mhm.
so niche,
territory
but
like
like
releases. Yeah.
Fifth Harmony has this absolute banger called Big Bad Wolf, and it's only in Japan.
Whoa.
So like all of us had to like talk to
Go
our
to
Japanese
Japan.
friends, like
Yeah.
go to Japan and get this thing. But if they put it on streaming, I'm telling you, it would bring them back to the charts. It's
Interesting. But now Jade has.
oh my god,
you
Jade's
know,
incredible.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and then is there? Oh,
This is you.
okay. Lesbians have more fun than gays. What do you think?
Flop take.
Okay.
Yeah. I
She's like,
think
I see
that-
what the gays
I
get
don't
up
know.
to.
Like, I was just saying this the other day. I was like, I think I need more like best friends who are gay men
Okay.
because like a lot of like me and my like lesbian friends will be like, we'll go for dinner and we'll be like, oh my god, let's go for like another drink after this. After dinner, we're like, I'm tired, let's go home.
Yep.
Guaranteed, if there was like a gay man in there, he'd be like, "Oh,
We're
bitch,
going
you're being
out."
boring. We're going out." Like, I need someone with that energy.
Right.
My cousin just went to Mexico with her like gay best friend and like 12 women, and there was like someone's chin got split open, someone broke their nose, 3 days. But she said it was the best trip of her life, and I was like, I need
that.
that.
Mhm.
I need someone who's like, okay, there's a theme at dinner today, and it's Poochie Princess. You
Yeah.
know?
I went to PV in March, and it was my first
where
time
they went?
doing. That's where all the bad things happen. But that was my first time doing
going.
like a group gay trip with like
Yeah.
everyone's gay, group of gay friends. And I am not really a partier. And on day 3, I had a crash out because we had been drinking and partying for 3 days straight. And I was like, I can't handle this. I need to go home. I need to leave. Like I had an existential crisis that I had to leave the trip because I was literally like, I can't. I'm not built for this.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't.
That would be me.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
literally go nonverbal and be like, I'm having full burnout. Like, I have to fly home. But there's a part of me that's also like, this is my one precious life. Like, I
Right.
need to be pushing
Right.
myself to be like fun still,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So there's a part of me that's like, I don't think that lesbians are necessarily
No.
the ones having the most fun.
I personally feel like I'm a lesbian trapped in a gay man's body because when I'm around other gay men, I'm like, I can't do
I'm not that
this.
Keep
level.
up.
But
Yeah,
then when I'm with my lesbians or my straight girls, I'm like, have some fun. Like, so then I'm just like, I'm definitely caught in the middle. But like, definitely sometimes I'll be at a gay party and it's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is just getting started.
Also, like, it's subjective as to like what fun is to you in that moment. Like
Right.
sometimes like I'm like, let's watch Steel Magnolias in the basement and drink
Oh my
wine.
God, yeah.
Fun.
I love
yes.
that's the best
Like,
Friday ever.
Literally. And, like sometimes I'm like, let's have a movie night where no one speaks to each other and we eat dim sum.
Yes.
And then sometimes there's a part of me that's like, I want to like stay out till 4 and just keep being like, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, you know?
I had some girlfriends over and we had like, my friend brought this like deep question card game. And I was like,
Oh.
what's a memory that like really brought us close? And we were drinking wine. I was like, this is great.
This is-
Yeah.
I love that. I
Yes.
feel like we're on The View, but like with emotions.
Totally.
I ate it up.
Yeah.
This is the last one for me, but hot take or flop tape. Ralph should open up for Hillary Duff.
Hot take.
Mm.
And
I
I'm
think-
waiting for the call.
I think she is opening up for Hillary.
In
I
fact,
think
talk
so.
about
jury's out. We're
that
still
you-
not
okay.
sure.
Okay. Where did this? Have you seen this post?
Well, you linked it. So I did
Okay,
see it
okay,
this
great,
morning.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do we know where that information
We
came
have,
from?
I swear on my life, that was not us. I to this day do not know what happened, but my girlfriend's sister called my girlfriend and was like, wait, Ralph's opening for Hillary Duff? And Jamie was like, are you opening for Hillary Duff? And I was like, Guillaume, am I opening for Hillary Duff? And he was like, hold, we would know, right? And we were both like, we would, because there was like multiple publications that
Yeah.
had been like, Hillary Duff is coming and Ralph and Allie X are opening for her. So I DM'd Allie because I know her and I was like, hi,
Are we
are you opening for Allie or for Hillary Duff? And she was like, LOL, I don't think so. And I was like, what happened? She was like, I literally have no idea. But I was kind of like, okay, like maybe if we like,
Love this.
I don't know, push it, we could make
This
it.
is the new narrative. I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably just some gay intern that's like, if I just accidentally put this on the press
Yeah.
release.
And
Well,
who
she's
are
doing
you?
it
Because
happen.
I need to give you like a Ralph t-shirt. you
And
know
she's
what I mean?
touring a lot in Canada. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you know.
Also, like, sorry, like my audience is her audience,
Mhm.
and it would be the duo that like it would just be magical. It would be
Mhm.
so fun. So I don't know what they're scared of, but
I mean, there's still time. You're gonna get a call the day of, and they're like, "Why aren't you here for rehearsal?"
I know literally they're like, so sound check started at 3,
Yeah.
and I'll be waiting
Just keep
outside
the day
doors
open,
just in case. I
Yeah.
know.
I think
no,
that should happen. So.
Well, on that note, Ralph, thank you so much for being here. We had so
Thank
much
you.
for
fun.
having me.
And we know the album comes out later this year. Do we
Mhm.
have can you tease when it's coming
Yeah.
or what
Fall?
do you want to say?
November.
Okay,
Okay.
November.
November.
And
Yeah.
we will check back in when it's officially out.
Mm-hmm.
And now into films because we watched Master of the Universe this week.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was a casual He-Man
Okay.
watcher, I guess. Like it would just play. I think around the same time Sailor Moon was playing an early morning Saturday cartoon
Okay.
reruns. So I think as I was watching the movie, first of all, it was so well done. Camila and Nicholas were just
Mhm.
such a good pairing. I think Nicholas is a really strong actor because he's not afraid to be silly. Also, his body transformation was crazy.
Yeah.
He was looking great. But I also feel I love when a movie can make fun of itself,
Oh yeah.
and
yeah.
this did that.
It
and
was so meta.
so meta, and I love that they poked fun at the way they laugh,
yeah. At the end when they were all like, ha, 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 yeah, in front of
the
yeah.
cartoon, and they even added we talked about this. You don't know that the He-Man wake in the morning and a step
No,
out.
yeah,
So there was
yeah,
this.
yeah. The meme.
I think it's one of the most watched YouTube videos of all time because on the subway ride home, I looked at it. And I think it was at 250 million views or something. Like
Okay,
it's
okay.
a big thing. But basically, someone took that song, covered it in this like weird, freaky voice, but made it about He-Man,
Okay.
and it just blew up. And so I'm glad that there's a scene in a movie where they use that song.
Okay. I didn't grow up with He-Man because like I didn't grow up here, so I didn't have regular Saturday morning cartoons. And then my didn't even have toys really either. I had like my aunt's Barbies that I was surprised he's gay. But anyways, that I was playing with. But there was even so many like homoerotic
Oh yeah.
stuff, and I just like it made me think about like all those kids that like kiss, you know, like
Mhm,
whatever.
mhm.
It was cute. I so something on the internet that happened regarding He-Man. I want to get your hot take on this because so there's a post-credit scene
Mhm.
which I left because I had to take a piss, and that was so. I had to pee.
Mhm.
I missed it, but I saw who it was about.
Mhm.
You saw the post-credit scene.
Yep.
The actress who plays that, the character that's introduced in the post-credit scene,
Mhm.
made an Instagram feed post announcing that she was playing that character and that she was in the post-credit scene yesterday. So the movie is officially out today. It's Friday. And people were flipping their shit because they were like, what? Like, this is a post-credit scene. You shouldn't be announcing this. You should at least give it the weekend. Like,
Who
this
was
is,
it though?
I don't know. She's like up and coming. I don't think she's like that.
Yeah, I don't think. I think my other thing. Sorry, but I think my other thing is like she's probably not going to be the actress.
People
when
are
they actually
saying,
doing
people are
that.
saying like, not anymore.
Well, in my opinion, like, because she doesn't turn around. So it kind of reminds me of like Avengers when they first teased Thanos. It was like some other actor.
Okay.
But then when Thanos actually showed up, they like were like, oh, actually, we're going to book this
Someone
bigger
else.
actor. Or maybe the
Right.
guy dropped out of the project. I actually don't know
Right.
the background. But in my opinion, you see,
I didn't see it.
I mean,
but
she already spoiled it. She-Ra. You see
Yeah.
She-Ra, and like, but you only see the back of her. So she's like, with her sword, and he's like, "You are called for duty or whatever," and she's like, "Yeah, I'm coming," and like you just see her silhouette.
Okay.
So like,
So
really,
you don't even see her face?
No, that's why I was like, when you're like, "Oh, the actress announced it," I was like, "Oh, well, then clearly this like she's just saying like, oh, that's me, I'm the body double." Like, I don't think she's not been cast.
Oh, but people were mad. Like I saw it on threads, like a whole thread of people being mad, and then she deleted the post and then made a story that's like, people are upset with me, so I'm gonna give it a couple days or something like that. And then I saw a bunch of news outlets picking it up. But like now, if you don't even see her face,
No, she doesn't
like,
see your face. I think
she-
she just wanted to like claim that it was her, which is fair, of
but
course.
like not before the movie comes out. Like
I mean, I guess it was already circulated. I don't know, but so all in all, to say is because what a thing I saw on Threads was that the next when they make the She-Ra movie, it's probably going to be Sydney Sweeney. Is like what someone was saying, and I thought about it. I was like, ugh, you're so right. It probably is going to be.
I actually hate that. That sounds accurate.
It sounds
because
accurate though.
That actually would be like the
Yeah.
way I actually hated like the way that I felt like he was a little dumb. You know what I mean?
But
Like
I
the
loved
He-Man.
it. Yeah.
No, it was at the beginning. It was pissing me off because it took too long for him to like get his shit together. But that if Sydney Sweeney is like the comparison, like I'm like, yeah, that sounds like
right.
kind of like I hate that that fits.
No, yeah, I think that, but to the point, you don't see the She-Ra face, so
Okay.
like, it,
So she's just a body double.
she's just
Okay.
a body double.
She should've-
Respectfully,
She should have just not said anything. I mean, to be fair, when she posted it, I was on her account and I was like, this bitch? Like, who is this girl? Like, I
Yeah.
think she's like a model. Like, I actually don't think
yeah,
she's
she
an
probably was just like announcing like, "Hey, that's me."
Yeah, but people were very mad because it is a post-credit thing. So it's like,
Yeah, I feel like she probably could have waited until today to announce it.
at least,
Yeah.
yeah. But whatever. The movie was great. I think people will love it. Nostalgic for
Mhm.
those that grew up with it, and just like a fun piece of comedy for people like me who just enjoyed it.
I just want to say one thing though, because I saw it on Threads and it also bothered me was we're seeing such an intake of like live actions from these beloved pieces of like our childhood,
Mm-hmm.
and it still bothers me like no other that Detective Pikachu never got a sequel. Like we should have a Pokemon multiverse movie, and Detective Pikachu really started that for the live action like comic. Well, obviously like Marvel
Mm-hmm.
and all that
I'm
stuff.
trying to think. Like, yeah,
But like it's crazy because have you ever seen Detective Pikachu?
I have,
It's
yeah.
a good movie.
yeah.
Why do we never get anything else from Pokemon?
I feel like that there's a lot of like CGI and like I think Pokemon is so like I think Nintendo is so strict on like Nintendo stuff
Yeah.
that it has to just be like perfect. Whereas like I feel like Pokemon couldn't like poke fun of itself the same way that this movie was able to do.
I think
that.
Pokemon poked a little fun,
But I think it's like-
this one did like really poke.
Yeah,
fun
but
at
even
it.
Barbie like went it all in.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. That's
I don't
true.
know that like
Pokemon
they're-
didn't do that. They
yeah.
kept it realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that might be a reasoning. I don't know. I was surprised that we didn't see any because I know that Mattel's building this like online universe of like all of the things.
Mhm.
I was surprised we didn't see any Barbie like not like Easter eggs like on the TV or something like doll escapes or something. Like I was kind of feeling like there would be like something hidden in the movie and
Mm.
maybe just we didn't notice it at like first glance in theater. But I'm curious if they're gonna do
Is
that
he
because
on Mattel?
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And then they're doing Polly Pocket too. So I feel like Polly Pocket will have to mention Barbie at some point.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was a great film. It was a great episode, I think. Ralph
Mhm.
was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna be back next week, maybe, maybe not. It's Pride, so we're trying to like just be gay. I think it's a
Live
little
life.
bit yeah, I think it's a little bit homophobic to make us work during Pride
iCarly
Month.
said it best. Live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there.
I just thought that was going somewhere completely different. Anyways, I think it's time to wrap.
Yes.
So find us where you find us. Also find Ralph online. She's great. Check out her new single. Pre-save her album when that's there. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.